Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm going to be looking at sharing some of my plants with you. So many people have been asking me to share my plants because I live in the Caribbean and there are not so many YouTubers who live in the Caribbean and talk about plants. Today I want to choose a few of my pink ones that I love to share with you. I still will be doing tutorials, but I will sometimes be doing plant videos. I hope that's not a problem for you. I hope you all will enjoy it as much as I do. Definitely one of my favorites. Look at how full and bushy. Oh, look at the colors. There are two different types in here. One is more purple, but this one here is pink and green with burgundy or dark purple. And these coleus, they could propagate so easily. I sometimes just stick them in soil or I put them in water first just to see how quickly the roots grow, and maybe like 2 days or 3 days there's so many roots already. So whether you do water propagation or soil propagation, these plants will grow and they will grow quickly. Okay, my next plant is this caladium, and look at these leaves. I love it. I am just in love with caladiums. So when I found this one, even though she doesn't have much was my first flowering plant. My neighbor actually gifted it to my daughter. So it was our first time dealing with flowers. I was so afraid that having a flowering plant would be more difficult to care for, but I've started to see how simple they are to care for. I've had some trouble with it because it was my first flowering plant. I had to learn a bit about it. But once I got the hang of it, now really doesn't give any trouble. She likes to get dry before water. This plant grew so quickly for me, I had to chop it back. I put in some of the pieces that I cut to make my pot fuller. This plant can't stand up on its own though, so I had to stake it up. But so easy and so pretty. Definitely should get more recognition. It could add so much color to your garden. This plant tells you when it's thirsty by drooping. It needs a lot of water, so if you like plants that can handle a little neglect, this is not the one for you. It drops a lot of leaves dramatically when it's thirsty. So now that I've learned about this plant so much better, I definitely love it. So this coleus is my next plant, and there are actually two types in this pot. One has this pink, yellow and green leaf, and this next one here, the shape is a bit different, but I put these two in this pot and it was so tiny when I bought them. I propagated this so many times. I just love coleus because they grow so quickly. My balcony is west facing, so I get a whole lot of sun, and the coleus can take full sun. My next pink plant, a caladium. And as much as I love caladiums, I feel like sometimes they're such divas. Look at how many babies are in this one. Some new leaves come in. It's been very windy and a leaf got blown off. I was so sad. But caladiums, I feel like to be so gentle with them and baby them almost. And then there are some that are a lot more hardy. I love to see when their leaves are just filling out the pot. Caladiums love water. Caladiums love light. So, and I guess humidity as well. Remember, I will not have a humidity issue because I'm in the Caribbean. So we're always extremely humid. This is one of the many caladiums on my list of favorite pink plants. Okay, so this next plant, my green cordyline, better known as the cordyline pink diamond. I definitely fell in love with it when I saw the pink borders and pink stems. She was in direct sun, but her leaves got scorched. I prefer to give her bright indirect light or medium light. She's been on my staircase and she's been on my balcony in a cooler spot. In both spots away from direct light, she's been loving life. She's not a heavy drinker, so she gets watered when her soil is dry. This Aglaonema pink lady, I had been wanting for such a long time but could not find it. I just don't see many Aglaonemas here in Barbados. So when I did find it, she was a bit floppy. But I thought, okay, maybe she was in the sun, and because the person selling her had her in the sun, bright sun. So I said maybe she just needed a drink and she'd be fine. But brought her home and she was still floppy. So I decided, let me check her roots. Her roots were not established, and so I had to try and decide what to do, if to put her in water, repot her. So I changed her soil, repot her, and eventually her roots did establish, and look, new leaf. She flowered, she's given me new leaves. No more flop. I had to cut off a lot of leaves though, so that she could focus on growing roots instead of her trying to maintain all those leaves she had. And now look at this beauty. So glad I got her. An aglonema. This one I believe is a red valentine. I will put the correct name, but do you see she's flowering? Yeah, I love the detail on the leaves of aglonemas. And they are not so easy for me to find here in Barbados, so I got this one at a small plant nursery. Oh my goodness, you should have seen the plants that this lady has. So I was so happy to get this one. I've gotten so many new leaves so far. I think 2 or 3 new leaves so far, and there's another little one coming out. You see right there. Yeah. Okay, so here is my final pink plant, favorite pink plant, my anthurium. I have no idea why this leaf looks like this, but it's always been like this since it unfurled. She gets bright in the